Live, and I am live. Good morning. It's not good afternoon yet. My name is Kara. I'm one of the co-founders of Wite Collar, online skills. So, yes, we are a mobile app. Okay, we're not web-based, we're a mobile app. But before we became an app, we had been doing live events. Um, And when I say live, I mean virtual events prior to our app launching in 2024. And that was our way of kind of gaining some visibility, getting people familiar with us and things of that matter. And we just continue the tradition on. So we're still doing our events, which are very similar to our how our app works. So on our app, we match people to mentors based on the information um, that they give during their onboarding process, and so then they are matched to a panel of different mentors based on what their interests are, and then they can have the mentorship after they connect with the mentors through the app. They can have the mentorship on the app, so they don't have to go on Teams, Zoom, or anything like that. So we try to make mentorship very accessible and convenient for folks. And so prior to the app, we had been doing um, these events where we kind of did the similar process, but virtually on Zoom. We had a virtual call. We had a flyer on Eventbrite. We invited people to match with mentors. We let them know who the mentors, well, we let them know who the mentors were and what industries would be available for mentors that they can meet with. And then we would do like breakout rooms where they can meet the mentor one on one to determine if that mentor is going to be a good fit, and and then can have ongoing mentorship if needed. And those events were really good. People were very excited. If all else fails, if they didn't need a mentor, they got a chance and opportunity to network. So people used it as they saw fit, whether it was to connect with a mentor for mentorship, or sometimes it was just to connect with, a network and meet peers that they could, collaborate with or talk to. And these events, we probably did about 16, 17 of them. And then we switched to smaller events like career fairs. And so I say all this to say, I wanted to let you guys know the differences between the two, because there's pluses and minuses to, well, I would say there are pluses and minuses to both. I would say there are differences between the two. So like um, we switched to this year just doing these mini career fairs, which was a smaller event for folks, and we're going to be doing going back to doing the mentor matchmaking events, which are not just for our community members, but for anyone that wants to participate. So let's talk about the differences between the two, since I gave you kind of like a high level overview of the events. So going to my little notes I took here. And so our mini career fairs, first and foremost, our mini career fairs are for our app community members only. So when it comes to, so career fair is just, I mean, you should know, I mean, you should be pretty familiar with what a career fair is, and how it works virtually is, we have our mentors from our community, from our app community available in breakout rooms. They meet with whoever's interested in doing a meet and greet with them for 15 minutes or 20 minutes. And then they decide if they want to move forward with that mentor or not. And these are people from different industries and things of that matter. So in some ways, it is similar to our mentor matchmaking, which we explained was the same breakout room style. Okay. There's more to it than just that, but it does have that common element between the mini career fairs and the mentor matchmaking. But the difference is with our mini career fairs, we choose what mentors are going to be there. So we actually reach out to mentors that are part of our community, or there may be mentors that reach out to us to say, hey, I'm interested in participating in this event, in our mini career fair. And so we select who's going to be available, rather than allowing, like we do with our mentor matchmaking, the participants, the guests get to choose who they want to have available at that event. So that's the difference. Our mini career fairs, we actually choose the mentors, or the mentors volunteer to be a part of the mini career fair. Whereas with the mentor matchmaking, we have the guests fill out a job form and they let us know what industries they're interested in meeting a mentor in, and we will select the mentors based on what their interest is. So that's the little nuance between the two. Also, our mentor matchmaking is only 30-minute event. We have it on Tuesdays. It's also through Zoom, whereas our mentor matchmaking is a 2-hour event. So that's another difference. The mini career fair is just like it sounds, mini. It's a small little career fair with just a few mentors that we choose and select, and it's a 30-minute time block because it's during the week. Whereas the mentor matchmaking is a 2-hour time block, and that occurs on the Sundays, okay? So we know that people have more time on Sundays, perhaps to spend, since it's on the weekend. But everybody's work schedule might be different. So some people may work on the weekends, and it works for them to do these mini career fairs during the week. And some people may not work during the week, and it works better for them to do these mentor matchmaking events. But the mentor matchmaking is a more larger scale event. The mini career fair, like it sounds, is a smaller event. But both are done virtually. You don't have to go to nobody's building. You don't have to leave your house to do anything in person. Everything is online. So that's one nuance. Some nuances and some similarities. With the mini career fair, it is a free event for our app community members. So if you're on the app, you can do as many mini career fairs as you want for free. The reason for that is because, like I said, the mentors that are there available for the mini career fair, we have chosen selected to be there, and they're on the app. So if you join one of our mini career fairs and you decide, for example, you want to be matched to someone, a mentor in publishing, that person that you're meeting in publishing, and that mini career fair is already on the app. So all you have to do is, send them a connection request, and boom, bam, you're connected to them and start your mentorship right away. So it just takes out all the steps of downloading the app now, and doing all the things that you have to do in order to connect with the person. It takes out that step of downloading the app and onboarding, because you're already onboarded, you're already on the app. All you have to do is just send that person a connection request after the mini career fair. Whereas with our and so if you're doing that, it's free for you to join the mini career fair, to shop mentors. However, if you're not on the app and you want to join the mini career fair, you can. However, it will be a fee associated with that entry. So just because it's delaying the process of getting matched. And so, you still, we want to make sure also, this is the real reason. We want to really make sure that our mentors are not meeting with people that are not serious, right? We want our mentors to be meeting with people that are ready to go, that have been looking for a mentor for a while and are happy to be connected to a mentor. And so what we've found in the past is when mentees were not on the app, they kind of like out of sight, out of mind. They enjoyed the mentor's company and enjoyed the information they shared with them, but then they kind of, went off to the wayside, right? And so if you're just on the fence right now, you're not sure if you want to move forward with a mentor and you're just kind of browsing, then, you have to pay to browse, okay? If you're serious, all you have to do is download an app. It's 10 minutes to download the app, and that way you can get connected to a mentor right away without, any barriers. So that's why we do it that way. So literally all you have to do is download the app and onboard, and we will verify that because we have access to the admin panel. So we'll verify that on our end, and then you can shop whatever mentors we have on our app through the mini career fair. Now, the mentor matchmaking is different. Mentor matchmaking, regardless of whether you're app community member or not, right? Whether you're part of the app or not, you have to pay to be part of the mentor matchmaking event. So that's regardless, irregardless of whether you are on the app or not, you have to pay for the mentor matchmaking event. So just keep that in mind. It's a larger event. It's a 2-hour event. There's a lot of information covered during that time. And so it is not a free event. It's going to be a cover charge. And we'll be actually dropping our next mentor matchmaking event. We'll be having that in April. We'll be dropping the flyer for that this weekend. So stay tuned for that. That will be April 26th at 5 from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern. So that's coming up soon. So, and it's only once a month versus our mini career fairs. We usually would hold them at least every week. But we're probably going to be tapering down our mini career fairs to just, um, you know, probably every twice a month, or if that, maybe once or twice a month, maybe twice a month. So, and our mini career fairs is, you know, like I said, strictly for app community members. So it's a much more intimate event. Our matchmaking, mentor matchmaking is a much larger scale event, and there'll be people that you can network with that are not necessarily even a part of our community. And so that's why, because of that access, that's why we charge for it. Um, and I mean, let me go back to what I was gonna say further in case I missed anything. Also, tickets are going to be available for the mentor matchmaking event on Eventbrite. We don't do tickets for the mini career fair because it's a smaller event. Um, it's with our community members only. So we don't do tickets for that. If you don't want to download the app, say like you're like, I'm done with downloading any more apps. My phone is full. My storage it has no room. And you're just not interested in doing that. Like I said, you will pay a cover charge to get entry to the event. But that's just the difference. We do not put our mini career fairs on Eventbrite, only tickets for the mentor matchmaking. And, just to kind of give you some context, the reason why we're doing this is we want to give people the opportunity to meet and shop for mentors like they would on our app. Okay. So, if you have the app on our phone, it's out of sight, out of mind, and you still feel like you're on the fence about should I go ahead and send this connection request, here's the opportunity for you to make that decision by actually meeting the mentor one-on-one, like a discovery call, so per se, before you send that connection request and you're, in bed with that mentor, figuratively. So these are great opportunities for people that want to get to know that mentor's personality a little bit more, see how that mentor is, how they act, see if they're going to be a good fit for their personality before, putting their money where their mouth is. So we encourage this opportunity for you to connect with these folks. And these are not just mentors to help you start a business, because we recognize and realize not everybody can be a business owner. Some people just want a stable income with a job. Some people want to just be employees, and that's fine. And maybe they want to be employees and maybe dabble in a side hustle. But and employees are needed too, because how are you going to have a business without employees if everybody's a business owner? So this is an opportunity for people to learn about different trades, decide if they want to start in a new industry, learn a little bit of industry before they, go back to school, or before they start getting trained in that industry or whatever have you. This is the opportunity for those folks, career changers, people that have just graduated from school, because school doesn't teach you everything you need to know about the field when it comes to corporate America. If you want that insider knowledge about how am I to show up in corporate America for this particular industry. So how like you want to be set up for success. Um, prior to entering into the job market, this is a great opportunity to meet a mentor that can do all that for you. Because to be perfectly honest with you, the supervisors are not doing that for you. The supervisors are not doing it for you anymore. They don't have the time. Plus, they're concerned about you taking their job. They're not going to give you all the gems and give you all the knowledge when you could easily come and take their job because it's so competitive, especially right now with all these layoffs. So they're not going to go out of their way to set you up for success in that job because they're concerned about job security. And so right now everybody's, in it for themselves, right? Every man for themselves, right? And so if you want someone that's actually looking out for your own interests, it's highly advisable that you consider getting a mentor, especially when you're starting out in an industry, just got out of school, and you really don't know the ropes and the know-how that you need to know, regardless of the book knowledge. It's not the same as real life knowledge. And only a mentor can give you that. So these are just some things to think about when it comes to, oh, should I go to a career fair or should I go to this mentor matchmaking event? Do you want someone actually in your corner that's going to look out for you, that's going to give you all the gems and give you freely because they're not concerned about the same things your supervisor or coworker are going to be concerned about? And so, if you need that and you want that, consider our mentor matchmaking event or our mini career fairs, depending on what your schedule is. Mini career fairs on a Tuesday from 1:30 to 2 p.m. Eastern, and the mentor matchmaking event is on a Sunday from 5 to 7 Eastern. Okay. And that's only once a month. We're going to go back to doing the mentor matchmaking, but we're only going to do that once a month. And that is a paid event. Anything that you do that requires you to further your learning, you have to be willing to invest in. If you don't see learning as something that's investable, then you probably are not the right candidate for what we're trying to do. When we see learning, education as investable, as something that you're going to get a return on your investment with, especially in this day and age. So that's what we're all about. Like I said, we're an online skills building platform that connects you to people that can be mentors to you, not AI. There's nothing wrong with that, but we believe in the value of people and connecting to people that can give you access to knowledge. So anyway, that's that. I've already went over my 15 minutes. If you have any questions, feel free to DM us, or you can reach out to us by email. And I'm going to put the email in the chat. info@whitecollar.com. info@whitecollar.com. Remember, white is without the H. You can also join our texting community, and you can text mentorship. Oh, child. Okay. And I'm going to put the number I don't know the number by heart because we switched to a different service. And so I remembered the other number like it was my own number, but I can't remember this number. So hold on a second. I'm going to give you guys the number to text if you want to text us. Because some people prefer text. That's what we're all about. We're all about leaning into people's preferences. Some people like emails. Other people prefer text. They like to, get that information right then and there to them in real time. So let's give you the email. The text. I gave you the email, info@whitecollar.com. Now, if you email us with an interest in, our service, we will be adding you, and this is the disclaimer, we will be adding you most likely to our email service. So just know that if you start getting emails from us after that, that's why. Okay, so if you email us, you will be added to our email service. So just know that that's the disclaimer. And so let me give you the number for the text. You would text mentorship to 984-477-9791, 984-477-9791. That's how you could reach us via text, okay? And you can email us at info whitecollar.com. And the same thing with the text. If you text us, you will likely be added to our texting community where we can share real-time updates with you. And that's that. So I gave you guys some good information about the differences between our mentor matchmaking and our career fairs, which are both virtual events, and the differences between the two and the overall reason as to why you should be considering joining those events. All right. So if you have any questions, you know how to reach us. Take care. Bye-bye.